In my years as an investigator, I've dealt with all sorts of criminals, thugs, goons, and worst of all, plagiarists. A few nights ago, I received an anonymous tip about the greatest plagiarist of them all, Azhar Nasir. Now, Azhar Nasir originally caught on Twitter plagiarizing witty comments multiple times. Though now things are different. For the first time, we have actual video footage that was taken at the scene of the crime. Boys, roll the clip.
There are three elements, there are three ingredients of effective communication.
Now, there are three ingredients, there are three important aspects of effective communication.
The first of them is content. What are you going to say? You should say something that is meaningful, purposeful. You should say something that is true. You should say something that is beneficial to somebody else.
The first is the content. The content is basically what you're going to say. An effective speaker always says something that is meaningful, that is purposeful, that is beneficial, that is true.
The second key is style.
The second element of effective communication is style.
But sometimes the khatib can be so boring. It's like he's releasing sleeping gas from his mouth when he's talking. People get some of the best sleep of their life in the khutbah.
Someone may be very knowledgeable. They may have the substance, they may have the content, but when they speak, you get the best sleep that you've ever had in your life.
Some of you, it'll save your marriage.
And this is advice that will help a lot of married couples.
She cooked dinner for you.
She prepares dinner for you.
And you're about to start eating, and you notice it's a little less salt than you're used to.
And you start eating. But then you notice that the food needs salt. It's very bland.
So what you want to say is, I want more salt. But there are different styles of saying that.
You want to say that the food needs salt. That's the message that you want to convey. But there are different ways to convey that message. There's two different styles, right?
I mean, you could say, this is the most amazing dinner I have ever had. This is the food from Jannah. If I added some salt, it would be from the 7th level of Jannah. Can I have some salt? Like this. That's one way of doing it.
You can tell your wife that this is the most delicious food I have ever eaten.
Just needs a little salt.
No, you can say that this food is from the 5th level of Jannah. If you add salt, it will be from the 7th level in Jannah. Right? So at the end of the day, you conveyed the same message.
Another way of doing it is, woman, is the economy that bad? You couldn't put some more salt in this food?
So you can look at your wife and you can tell her, woman, is the economy that bad that you can't put some salt in the food?
The mushrikun had become extremely stubborn.
The Meccans have become increasingly stubborn.
وَإِذَا عَلِمَ مِنْ آيَاتِنَا شَيْئًا اتَّخَذَهَا هُزُوًا.
وَإِذَا عَلِمَ مِنْ آيَاتِنَا شَيْئًا اتَّخَذَهَا هُزُوًا.
Every time he came to know something about the Quran, something about our ayat, he tried to make a joke out of it.
When the Quran is being recited to them, when they hear the ayat, they make a mockery of it. They take it as a joke.
لا تسمعوا لهذا القرآن وألغوا فيه.
لا تسمعوا لهذا القرآن والغوا فيه.
Teenagers are playing basketball. Teenagers are hanging out and somebody bumps into you.
If you're playing basketball or any sport, and say that you're playing with your friends and one of your friends gets fouled hard.
Teenagers have very hot temper. What you do? And they're ready to fight.
Right? Your friend is hot-tempered, he blows a gasket and he's ready to fight.
So your friend who's holding you back says to you, calm down.
So you're trying to hold your friend back and you tell him what? Calm down.
Calm down. Now, your friend says to you, calm down how many times? One time? When your friend says calm down, you say, oh, I didn't realize that I should calm down.
But how many times do you have to say calm down? You just say it once? I mean, do you say it once and he's like, oh yeah, you're right, I should really calm down.
Because you're crazy at that time, he says, calm down, hey, calm down, hey, listen to me.
Calm down, relax, calm down. Because you're speaking to a very hot-tempered person.
He says it 10 times. And you are so angry at the time, maybe you heard it one time. Maybe. And then you listen. Because at that time you are stubborn.
A stubborn person. So you have to say calm down 30, 40 times. So maybe in their state of rage, they can hear you once.
So Allah says, فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Maybe you will get it one time if it's said that many times. You understand?
فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ 31 times. So maybe it will reach their stubborn hearts and minds just once.
Surah Ar-Rahman also has 5 subjects.
There are 5 main subjects that are covered in Surah Ar-Rahman.
Beneficent. Have you ever used beneficent in a conversation with anybody before?
Have you ever used the word beneficent in a conversation? Like, thank you, brother, you are so beneficent.
So there you have it. Another plagiarist exposed on the Sunni Defense channel. Subscribe and share, or else you will be next.